Pirate drama. Pirate drama continues. I tell you, man, this guy, he's doubled down, he's tripled down, he's quadrupled down. He won't admit that he did anything wrong. He's got to be the worst mage in the history of World of Warcraft. And this guy has been playing for 20 years. And I don't know why anyone would want to group with him. I don't know why anyone would even want to watch his channel. He's not a good player. He's not funny. He's not good looking. I mean, what's the appeal? The Gandalf hat? I mean, he looks like the dorkiest person in the fucking world. But if I'm the guild leader here, this guy's instantly G-kicked for this comment that he makes. And I didn't even listen to the whole 4-minute video. But it's hilarious how narcissistic he is. How he puts the blame on everybody else. There's nothing he could have done better. What do you mean, man? I'm out of mana. I'm out of mana because I blinked 3 times and I ran really fast. Oh, you were the shot caller. You called run, so I ran. I mean, if you go back and look at the video, yes, they did pull a boss, but one of the big ogres was at like 20%. There was a couple little doggies that don't have very much health. I mean, a decent group. I don't care if they pulled the boss or not. They could have still killed the boss, killed the ads, and killed that one that was at 20%. Now, even pulling another group, somebody should have said he saw it. He should have said, "Hey, there's another group coming. Don't aggro them." He didn't say nothing, and here they go pulling another pack. And then they pull another pack. So so yeah, if you're gonna pull 5 or 6 packs plus a boss, yeah, I mean of course that's dangerous, especially when you got a mage that runs away and is not doing any AoE and is basically useless to the party. And you had a druid, you had a healer, and you had a rogue, and you had a tank. So anytime you have a group that is 3 melee and 1 healer, or I guess you could say 1.5 healers because of the druid, and but I mean the druid's melee, the rogue's melee, the tank's melee. You know, you're putting a lot of pressure on the priest. If you know 3, it's hard enough sometimes. You're just trying to keep the tank alive. But if you're healing 3 different melee people all at once, that's a lot. But I don't care if they pulled the boss. They could have still killed the boss and that one little ogre and then 3 little ads. Or if you can't kill the ogre at 20% health, sheep it, let it go right back to 100% health. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, the little doggies don't have very much health. But the guy, he goes into hardcore. He's brags about, oh, my life is more important than everybody else's because I'm the guild enchanter. No, you're not. You're nobody. There's 10 other enchanters. Oh, I can do crusader. Who gives a fuck, dude? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your little crusader. He doesn't try to ice block. He doesn't try to slow. He doesn't do rank 1 spells. He does a max level blizzard. He had 1400 mana. The blizzard cost 1200 and only ticked one time, and he got scared and ran down the hill, and it barely killed one. It did like 30 damage to one little doggy. So you didn't save anybody. you definitely didn't try. You had the mage cloak that gives you mana. You had a meta gem that gives you mana. You could have brought mana potions, but you were too cheap to bring mana potions, or too stupid to bring mana potions. I mean, you're a fucking mage, dude. If you run out of mana, you're useless. Your evocate was on cooldown. At least you got that right. But you could have easily done rank 1 spells the slow. You were in no danger. Oh, yes, I was. No, you weren't, you fucking idiot. You were like 3 fucking screens away. But the hilarious thing to me is we've seen video of one person, a solo hunter, aggroing every single mob in the building and killing it, all 200 mobs of them, solo. But it's not really the crime that gets people in trouble. It's the cover up. It's the arrogance. It's the ego. It's the, oh, I did nothing wrong. Oh, well, everybody's blaming me. Nobody blames you. Everyone said that everybody did something wrong except for the priest. And the priest would have lived if the priest didn't go back to try to heal. But like I said, like I've said before, if I'm grouping with somebody, we're either going out together or we're going down together. Sometimes mistakes happen. Sometimes there's always going to be extra pulls that happen. That's the nature of WoW. That dungeon has a very wide aggro range. You're going to pull an extra pack once in a while. You're going to pull an extra 2 packs sometimes. You're going to pull 3 packs. You're going to pull 4. You're going to pull 5. But if they just would have dealt with the problem at hand, the first situation, kill the ogre that's at 20%, kill the little dogs that don't have any health, and then focus on the boss, they would have been fine. But pulling another pack, another 2 packs, and having the mage who was the AoE specialist. So now you leave the group with no AoE at all. And I like how those 4 people stuck together. There should have been more communication. They were all streaming. They all had mics on, I believe. I haven't seen the priest's point of view. I don't think I don't know if the priest was in comms or not, but people should have spoke up a little bit more. But I totally 100% agree with Yamato or whatever, the rogue in the situation, and he was 100% right. It was like, dude, you could have done something to, maybe he couldn't have saved two people. A pro group would have had no deaths, sure, but he could have maybe tried to save one, or at least just do one rank one. Uh, Even if you got to open your spell book. I mean, he had literally asked him, how much mana does it cost for a rank one ice thing or whatever, or rank one this? And the answer is like 47 mana, I think. But the guy had totally zoned out of the instance at that point. And then he looked and saw that he had his mana gem, he had his cloak, but he could have popped out for a second and done a little ice thing to slow him down. He didn't try at all. And I have no respect for cowards. I have no respect for liars. I have no respect for little pipsqueaks. I have no respect for uh, you know people that think they're better than somebody else. Oh, well, I'm the 300 enchanter. I'm the guild no, you're not. You're not. You're not internationally known. You're nobody. You're nothing. You're not good at the game. You're not good looking. You're not funny. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're a trust fund baby, and maybe uh, your parents had to pay people to be a subscriber. Hey, my son's a little loser. Hey, pay. Here's $5. Will you please subscribe to him? Will you please watch his channel? Here's $50 a month. Please watch his channel. He's a special snowflake. Dude, you deserve all the damn criticism you're getting and more. Now, you don't deserve the death threats, granted that, but you definitely deserve to be kicked out of the guild, in my opinion. And this would be my, um, I mean, just for the drama. The whole purpose of being in the guild. Now, if you were with five random people, five strangers, you're not on comms, you don't know them personally, you're pugging. You got a random group, someone invited you, you were standing outside the instance, and hey, you want to go in? Sure. All right, and it starts going south. I can understand dipping and just getting the hell out of there, and every man for themselves. But no, this is a guild group. You are in a guild together. You're in a community. This is a five-man group. Granted, at some point, you're trying to tackle content that's 40-man. So if five people can't get along, how in the world are 40 going to get along? This is a little five-man group. I don't care if you pulled an extra pack. I don't care if you pulled the boss. Deal with it. I think the call to run was premature. I don't think you had to run. You should have fought that thing, and then when you're running away like cowards, you wouldn't have pulled 2 extra packs. You wouldn't have had 2 deaths. Um, the boss does not hit terribly hard. The tank could have easily granted the and plus you had another pocket healer in the druid. So, assuming everyone has a little decent damage, and these 5-mans, they're not in-game content. They are the little starter dungeons, so you're acquiring gear. You just hit 60. All you got is little greens. You might have a rare. You might have one little purple. When they design the dungeons, they're not expecting you to have all epics. They're not expecting you to do 3,000 DPS. This is just basic 1, 2, 3 ABC. You start in these little 5-mans. Once you get, hey, I got every slot of rare or every slot of epic. Now I can start progression to these in-game dungeons and in-game content. Because a lot of the bosses, a lot of the content in WoW is a gear check. It's either, is my tank strong enough to take these hits? Is my healer good enough to keep up with the healing on the tank? Is there enough DPS in the group that can kill the bosses and the ads before all the healers run out of mana? It's a gear check, but this is a little starter dungeon. So you just they're assuming you just hit 60. You might even have a level 40 item still equipped on you. You're not expected to have all level 60 epics. You just hit 60. You got some greens. You might have one blue and one purple. But everyone in the group had said, I could have done this better. I could have done that better. I made mistakes. I'm sorry those people died. I wish I could have saved them. That was their attitude. His attitude was, fuck those. I don't even care that those 2 people died. At least I saved myself, and at least the guild has their 300 enchanter. I mean, it's just a bad look. And to me, it's like I said, it's the cover up. He still won't say, look, man, I'm really sorry. I spent all last night crying. I made a mistake. I didn't know what to do. I just ran. I just got scared. I ran, and I left my teammates. I left my guildmates to die, and I did nothing to help them. And I could have done something to help them, but I chose not to because I thought that my life was more important than helping my friends, than helping my guildmates. But I want to play this clip because if I'm the guild leader, this guy's kicked after this comment.
Tried to use my resources, used them poorly, and got myself out when the call was made to run, which, by the way, was made by them as well. Everyone played badly. In fact, the only person who didn't was the healer. And I explained that in the Twitter post, but no one wants to hear that shit because they want it to be a double down, a triple down, a quadruple down. They want to have a villain. They want to have an enemy. They want to fight that shit into the ground. They want to send death threats to people over it because they're goddamn insane. Because this guild has turned into a content guild built on hate, not a content guild built on experiences.
Content guild built on hate, not experience. If I'm the guild leader and you got one of your members talking crap about the guild, a guild built on hate, built on content, he's got to go. He's got to go. Because you as the guild leader, now I can say, all right, well, you know, I think Tyler made a mistake in that pool the other day. I think we could have done Molten Core a little better, and we could have used this strategy, and maybe could have saved a death, or maybe we could have used 4 warlocks instead of 2, or whatever it might be. But he is saying that basically, the whole guild is based on hate, based on content, and that alone for me would be the straw that broke the camel's back.
Because they're freaking monsters, dude. And I don't have any respect for it. And every one of them can eat.
And he doesn't have any respect for you. And you can eat shit.
Shit.
Pretty underscore in pastels with